Hello again. I have been savouring with great pleasure the irony over the last few days of some people who have been very angry about the idea of the abolition of jury trials growing furious because a jury has acquitted a bunch of people who apparently attacked a policewoman with a sledgehammer and broke her spine. These were, of course, activists belonging to Palestine Action, the proscribed group who were accused of breaking into a factory and causing damage. They were acquitted of aggravated burglary at Woolwich Crown Court, and the jury were unable to reach verdicts on other charges. The man who attacked the policewoman with a sledgehammer has admitted doing so, but said that he was acting in self-defence. The jury couldn't decide if he was guilty of inflicting grievous bodily harm on her by hitting her on the back with a hammer. It is, of course, precisely such perverse verdicts as these that have caused many in authority to try and get rid of jury trials as much as possible. There can, I think, be little doubt that had this awful shower appeared before a judge, then they would have been convicted of all charges, which, for the state, would have been a far more satisfactory outcome than the acquittals we saw. This, however, is the price that we pay if we are in favour of jury trials. Of course, we shall not agree with every verdict, often because we haven't actually heard the evidence produced in court, which, of course, those serving on the jury have. Some of those complaining so vehemently about the verdict in this latest trial, which they claim runs counter to the evidence and was in defiance of common sense, are the very same folk who have been shooting their mouths off about how scandalous it would be to restrict the right to trial by jury. I'm afraid that we can't have it both ways. Either we are in favour of jury trials, which means that some juries will acquit people whom we believe to be as guilty as Cain, or we let judges alone decide the innocence or guilt of defendants, in which case they will find far more people guilty than juries currently do. We have a choice. It is one or the other of those situations, but not both.